Yo, you know what this is, and you know who I am. But before we get started, check out the Pit Barbecue Grill, voted best Polish boy in the whole state of Ohio. Stop by the Pit for a taste of the best barbecue and homemade side dishes in Columbus. The Pit is located at 3545 Cleveland Avenue in the Northern Lights Shopping Center. Stop in and visit them today or order online through Amazon restaurants for a speedy delivery option if you're in the area. Visit thepitcolumbus.com for details of store hours and menu options. And now, without further ado, let's get it. Think it out loud, man. It's your boy Lip, representing Columbus, Ohio. I got my boy C. Smith with me, representing Detroit West Side. Say what up, though.
What up, though?
And I got my brother from another mother, Levi, representing that Detroit, representing. What up, though?
What up, though?
And then I got this guy with me. That's my dog, but I call him that guy. That's Jed. That's Jamar. Jamar, what's good, baby?
What's up, though? From the east side,
What's
though.
up, though? He said, what's up, though?
That's some east side shit. What's up, though?
All right, fuck it. We jumping straight in. Man, Colin Kaepernick, we done heard on ESPN and every other sports site that the Baltimore Ravens are talking about taking him in, but they're talking about taking him in as they pray for the fans to give them the support that they need to feel confident in taking this man as a quarterback to the team that he may not necessarily deserve to be on, but he deserves to be in the league, and that's my opinion.
What you mean by he don't deserve to be on that team?
Some would say he don't deserve to be on that team because he don't deserve to be in the league.
That's that bullshit.
Why? Why?
The man had he had 16 touchdowns to 4 interceptions, completed 60% of his passes. He led a team to the Super Bowl, been to the playoffs multiple times. His resume is a lot better than people give him credit for. We have people like Dan Orlovsky, the backup quarterback for Detroit, with a job. We got his Kaepernick backup. He got a job. With all these people with jobs that have way worse resumes than him, statistically, you should have a job somewhere. Now, I will say Kaepernick made some bad moves himself, and he probably needs to fire his agent, like immediate.
What bad moves did he make? What bad moves did he make?
Well, last year he opted out of a $14 million guaranteed contract so that he could be a free agent right now. Well, now he's searching for a job, and he could have had $15 million and been playing for the 49ers.
Why do you think he opted out?
Yeah, he opted out, meaning that he if he would have signed that contract, he would have still been a quarterback for the.
Why do you think he opted out?
Oh, because he thought he could get more money on the free market. So he took a gamble on himself. His agent took a gamble on himself, but his agent told him to take a gamble on himself, and the agent guessed the market wrong, and so now he's suffering for it. Now, not only did he lose tens of millions of dollars, but he might not have a job at all.
And now it sounds like Levi just went to the bathroom. So Smith, I'm gonna let you take over. What you think?
In gambling terms, he pretty much crapped out. Like,
yes, sir.
You got guaranteed money, and you put that up at risk after what you already did by protesting. You got benched for that, so you actually put yourself in the hole because he actually had the okay to opt. That wasn't all his agent idea. He had some idea with it too. He probably wanted to leave San Francisco because the team been shitty ever since Jim Harbaugh left. So he probably said, I got good touchdown interception ratio, my completion percentage. Mind you, let me tell you who the other 3 quarterbacks that had a better touchdown to quarterback ratio than him. Only 3 in the league had
Let him know.
Tom Brady.
Tom Brady.
Who is a legend, a Hall of Famer. Aaron Rodgers. That's damn near Tier 1A and Tier 1B. And then who is number 3? I think it was Drew Brees. Yeah, Drew Brees. So it was them 3. So you
all Hall of Fame quarterbacks.
All Hall of Fame. They got Super Bowls. So you saying he's not better than
you quiet.
Well, yeah, I'm looking for a great point to get in.
But yeah, I just think it's bull. So it's no excuse. Everybody know why he's not playing right now.
And why is that?
Well, that's definitely because of basically some injustices that he was protesting against, people of color. And a lot of people took that as, oh, he's disrespecting the troops without even necessarily listening to the message and understanding exactly why. And then when he said his message, people still were, basically blind to the fact that, okay, so he told you what his message was, and you still don't care, and you still looking at it unfavorably, and you're still looking at it, oh my gosh, he doesn't care about the troops, when it's not really that. It's not nothing like that. He didn't disrespect the troops at all. He told his stance, and personally, I thought it was quite a good stance because it shook people, and that's what those type of things are supposed to do. They're not supposed to go around and be like, oh, well, that's a cool thing they did for this situation, because people tend to forget about it, and it just kind of gets swept under the rug. Oh yeah, you know what? That's right. Yeah, about that. That is messed up. And then they go about their day and do whatever they want to. But when things happen and people are shaking at the core, people want to talk. And that's kind of what people started to do. And then
it's all, and it all dwells down to the NFL having a relationship with the military. And that's where they get their money, because that's who sponsors them. So that's a slap in the face to their sponsors. So they like, we can't have this player, play in our league.
Now, is that a fact? Is that a fact that the NFL is sponsored by the military?
Yes. Do you watch football?
Yes,
I'm pretty sure. I don't know if it's maybe in some extent.
Ever since the early 2000s, that's when the NFL and the military became an affiliation with each other. And ever since then, they all about doing the what is it called? I can't even think of it. What they be singing the national anthem? I can't even think of it. I had a brain fart. The national anthem.
But
also.
Go ahead, Jack. Go ahead.
But I thought like the national anthem just sung because that's like the country. I didn't think that necessarily had to do with anything.
But they talk about the military with their ads and commercials during any commercial break during the football game. The NBA don't do that. The Major League Baseball don't do that, and hockey don't do that.
Now, I will tell you this as a side note, just to kind of put some factual information into this conversation. The military paid pro sports teams $10.4 million for patriotic displays for the troop tributes. So that is a fact. That is a documented fact.
That's interesting. I didn't know that.
Yeah, they've been doing that for years, but the NFL is like the top sport that, talks about the military and giving back and going to see the troops the most. You see it in the NBA, but it's not. They don't harp on it as much as the NFL does.
Okay, well, let's not get too distracted. So, if they fund the NFL, the NBA, or whatever the fuck.
Well, we have to go that deep because that's what it comes down to.
Exactly.
Him spitting in the face of the troops and the flag.
But he didn't.
And the
spit
flag
in the
is
face.
being.
He didn't spit in the
That's
face
how
of
they're
him.
taking it. That's what I'm saying. That's why we have to dig that deep because that's what it's all about. It's about the military. Everybody's saying, I hate what he's doing. He's disrespecting the flag. The flag, they say, my father fought for this country. Everybody that say they don't like it, they always say somebody they knew was in the military. Every single time. That's the only reason.
Right. But, you know what I'm saying? And they don't mention, and then, like I said, they say that, and then it's like, at that point, every other reason is mute. And it's like, it doesn't matter.
Explain that, Jed.
So what I'm saying is that, because I feel this way, right? I'm so filled with rage that I can't see past myself. Like, for instance, like, you got talking about, another show, Undisputed or whatnot. You had the gentleman talking to Shannon Sharp about it, and he couldn't, and he was like, at first when I seen it, I was like, this is crazy. I was not, he was pretty much against it because the only thing that he could see was what he supposedly knew, which was the flag, troops, bow. That's it.
And that his father fought for the country.
Exactly. And it's like, oh my gosh, you disrespected my father because he died, or you had all these people die for the flag and all this stuff of that nature. We're not understanding exactly what he's protesting.
At the same token, those people that died fought for him to have the right to have freedom of speech to protest.
Right.
They don't mention that part.
Right.
Okay, so how do we bridge that gap between saying that we have a right to have freedom of speech, but yet we're condemned as athletes. And I'm not saying we, but I'm not.
Whoa, what was that?
I'm not saying we, as in us on this podcast, are in the
Right.
NFL or the NBA, but we still are saying that they have the right to have freedom of speech, but yet they're condemned and penalized for sharing that same opinion. How do you bridge that gap, and how do you justify it as still being a fan of that league? Jed, I'm gonna let you take that.
Repeat that question again.
Smith, I'm gonna let you take that. Go ahead.
Well, pretty much. I mean, bridging the gap. That's going to be iffy because a lot of people think he's doing it for his own to get attention. You know, he's not thinking about the team and how they're going to react to it. Most
Just
people
to be
think
sure, you're talking about Kaepernick right
they
now,
they
right?
think he's being an individual and he's making a distraction to the team. And that's another thing, right? People are skeptical to sign him because they don't want, you know, that little sideshow or whatever they call it, the circus, aka the media, follow him and wondering when he gonna make his next move as far as a protest. So they pretty much
Well,
like,
he already
you know,
said that he won't kneel anymore. He already said that. And we're
yeah, he
talking about
did.
Colin Kaepernick. He said he will not
He said
kneel
he won't
anymore.
kneel. He said he won't kneel, but he didn't say he won't speak about the injustices still. And teams take that as you being an individual and you're not thinking as one with the team. That's why when the Seattle Seahawks came out all together with their arms locked up, they didn't have a problem with that. They said, oh, that was a better protest. But you by yourself, they always say when you're an individual that you're trying to outshine your team and you bring your problems to the locker room. And that's the main issue that has to be figured out if somebody's going to sign him. Like, it's
Right.
bigger than him. He already made it clear. He said it's about the injustice of all black people that face police brutality. He said, I'm just trying to be a voice because I have a platform, which is the NFL, which is the biggest sport in the United States. So why wouldn't I use it if nobody else
Exactly.
going to say nothing?
Levi, where you at?
I think in terms of his protest, he should have he just didn't calculate the market right. He got to look out for it. I appreciate what he's doing and he's standing up for, you know, injustices, and I support his cause. I disagree with the method he uses because the biggest way you can affect change is either to create your own system or with money. So by doing this, he's costing himself money, and his prey is not like if he played like Tom Brady, or if it was like he played like he was playing 4 years ago when he was leading us 49ers to the Super Bowl, then that's different because now your play is going to overshadow the quote unquote media circus that's going to follow and everything else. But right now he's playing like a starter, not
Do you
like a
actually
great
believe
starter.
that?
Huh?
Do you actually believe that?
That he's playing like a starter.
His play would have overshadowed him protesting.
No.
I think
I
his
don't
play.
agree with that.
No, I think his play, the protest is going to overshadow his play at this point because he put up great numbers, but he put them up on a terrible team. So if he was on a decent team, he might be like he not like in the upper echelon of quarterbacks, but he definitely should be starting somewhere, if not be a premier backup.
Look how big his message got by him being on a mediocre team.
Right.
Correct.
So his message, but that's overshadowing his play. Like suppose Tom Brady did the same thing. You're not benching Tom Brady. You're not whiteballing or blackballing Tom Brady. Not gonna happen.
Can't overshadow your play on a shitty team though. Like he had great numbers for that position. If he's on a better team, them numbers will look way better. He's just on a shitty team.
Or he could regress. Suppose Drew Brees did it. He was on a terrible team last year, but he's a Hall of Fame quarterback. If Drew Brees did it, he wouldn't. You're not gonna bench Drew Brees. You're not benching the Hall of Famer. But with Kaepernick, you're like, okay, he's a starter, but he ain't so much better than this other guy, and I ain't got to deal with all the other political bullcrap that comes with the other guy. Plus, I got all these sponsors that are against his cause or are very conservative or very close-minded, that sort of thing. So anytime you're doing something that like the people with the money don't support or they're not open enough to support, then you got to have money behind yourself or have security behind yourself. But just know that you're going.
Because that's actually the issue too. Because a lot of people, when that happened, they were protesting, talking about they're not watching or they're not buying tickets two
Well,
teams.
let me ask you
Yeah.
this. Do you think it was the NFL's call to tell the San Francisco 49ers y'all have to bench him? Because the owner was with him 100%, so it wasn't the owner's call. I think the NFL, the commissioner, shut him down personally.
I don't think it was the commissioner. Honestly, I think because if I'm not mistaken, I mean he did do the protest and everything like that, but he was playing, if I'm not mistaken. Like
he started for half the season, then he got benched.
He started the later half of the season because Blaine Gabbert or whoever the quarterback was playing at that
Right.
point because he was like hurt or something. Something was up with him because I know they had an issue with him saying that he changed his diet and he's not as big or something of that nature as well too. Because that was kind of one of the things about playing him as well too.
So
is that
an excuse?
Definitely an excuse. Just like me not wanting to sign him because he, took a righteous stance on something because of necessarily, the backlash. Because I think, at this point, it's just all about weathering this backlash. That's why you have the Baltimore Ravens talking about praying for them in this situation because they feel like, oh, it's going to cost them views or tickets because at this point, you're like I'm this person who I buy tickets, I watch the NFL, and you have this guy who doesn't sit on the same position because he just took a knee on the flag. I don't want to be bothered with this team anymore, or I don't want to deal with the football league if they're letting this type of behavior happen. Granted, it's other bad behavior as well going around. Like, you got your Ben Roethlisbergers with the whole rape charge. Everybody kind of like swept that under the rug. You got my man Greg Hardy beating on his wife, but that's cool, somebody getting DUIs, that's cool, but you protest that flag.
You know why? The military wasn't involved in none of that.
I mean, but yeah, but it's still heinous acts or terrible acts. And I mean, in truth be told, those are worse acts than what he did. He didn't kill anyone.
So I protest. I protested during the national flag, and now nobody want to pick me up, and I'm better than most players that's starting and damn near majority on the bench. The bench quarterbacks, second and third string,
are trash.
So you saying a dude that's about to start for Joe Flacco right now on paper is better than Colin Kaepernick? I don't believe that one bit. And the owner for the Baltimore Ravens said, we don't know if he can help us win. And what Shannon Sharp said is, if you don't know, then what are you talking about then? This conversation is dead.
Like, why are you even talking about signing them?
Well, with what Smith said and what you said, Jed, is very accurate. So I'm going to just end it with this. Should Colin Kaepernick be a part of an NFL team despite what his past is he a player that should be in the NFL, yes or no?
Yes, he's a player that should be in NFL based on skill. Based on skill, he's better than probably about almost 32. It's like 32 teams in the NFL right now. I'm pretty sure he's better than some of these starting quarterbacks. Your IEs, your Tannehill.
I would say at least 10 to 12
he's better than Tannehill. Everything that's in St. Louis is terrible. Los Angeles Rams are terrible.
You don't have to get specific. Just, does he belong? You said yes. Smith,
yes.
You agree?
I agree with Jed.
All right, then. And Levi, what
you think? That's very
of course, he should be in the league.
He should be in the league. All right. Now, we done talked about Colin Kaepernick and him kneeling for the flag, him standing up for his own right to be in the league, and we all agree that he should be that. But let's digress for a second and talk about somebody who's a legacy player, Michael Vick. Michael Vick most recently had an issue where he was being boycotted from being a part as an intern, not a player, not a coach, but just an intern of the Kansas City Chiefs coaching the quarterback staff. Now, people are saying, Michael Vick, he went to prison, he's a criminal, he's a felon, he done had these dog fights, fuck him. How do we bridge the gap and say Michael Vick has served his time, in my opinion, and has come across and said, you know what? I've done what I had to do to repent for my sins. Now let me get back to this money. Let me get back to what I do best. I run the ball, and let me teach these young boys how to run the ball. Let me let y'all know. What do y'all think?
Okay. I want to also add something to that too. Now he recently also spoke sorry, not to try to bring it back. I'm not trying to bring it back, but
No, go
he also
ahead. Just
spoke on
thinking
that.
out loud,
He also
baby. Go
spoke
ahead.
on the. He also spoke on the Kaepernick issue as well too. Okay,
I
so he
really
spoke
wish
on
you
it.
wouldn't have said that. I really wish you wouldn't have said that. But go ahead, because we
I
got to
know.
talk
So
about
he
it.
spoke.
Go
So he
ahead.
spoke on the Kaepernick issue. Basically told him he needs to change his image, which is something that he did to get back in, people's kind of good graces to get his play back in the NFL or whatever.
When
But
you
then he
say get
also
back, when you say get back in good graces, you mean he basically sacrificed his own integrity to appease those who could put him back in
Exactly.
power. Because that's how I
innocent,
heard. That's what I heard.
innocent, innocent.
Whoa, I disagree with that.
That is exactly what I
I
heard.
don't know.
That is not no
Go
no.
ahead,
So why you
Levi.
disagree, Levi?
Yeah, go ahead.
You said compromise his integrity. He
well,
didn't.
he said integrity.
I
I
don't
don't know.
think he compromised his integrity. He did what he had to do to appeal to the people. All right, he lost. Michael Vick lost $100 million by going to jail. So
Who
that
fault
he
was
had
that?
$100 million contract.
Let him know,
Who fault was
Smith.
that?
Smith, let
It
him
was
know.
100. It was 140 million to be exact.
Okay, so even worse. So he lost all the millions going back. He's trying to think. He actually was about to file for bankruptcy or did file for bankruptcy. Now he got to think, how am I going to get all these millions back? Well, I got to appeal to rich, white, primarily conservative people. But they don't want to see no black dude or no black dude with braids and
Let me just stop you right
that's a
there.
felon.
Let me stop you right there, Levi.
Yep.
When he was great for Atlanta, what kind of hairstyle did he have?
Yeah, don't braid.
So didn't they praise him when he had braids?
God damn.
Yeah, but without a checkered past.
So he had braids.
Smith
doing all
got
this
it.
shit.
Smith, take
Yeah,
this
yeah,
over
yeah.
for me, baby.
What?
So
Hold on, I
now
don't
you
get your
change your
rebuttal.
image because you went to jail, but they already knew your image and there's already praising you. So why are you conforming now?
Because you need to get another chance. It's harder to when you coming up from the bottom. If you were the best just solely off talent, and they thought Michael Vick was going to revolutionize the NFL when he came in, then that's one thing. When you're coming off jail, coming off of being out of football for 2 years, and you're just trying to get on to a team, much less start or get a big contract or anything like that. If you're the bottom man trying to make the team, you don't get to do what the star player gets to do. You gotta
wear your own hairstyle, have your own identity.
well, if that's part of it, yeah.
But that's something
That's
that he
part of
also chimed in
Like,
on.
for example, if I'm going to corporate America, it's probably, and I'm the CEO, it's probably not a great idea for me to wear braids.
But he already had them and he was
I'm not
great. That's what you're not
But
getting.
he was
Right.
coming in from a different
He was great
point.
with the
Coming
braids
in
and they
as the
accepted
best.
him.
Correct.
Talent-wise.
But then he went for an image change, though. But that's the thing. And that's the thing that he harped on Kaepernick about.
And it worked.
Because he talked about his hair.
And it
that's
worked.
something that they mentioned, too, as well, too, about how he was changing his hair, blah, blah, blah. All this stuff, also paraphernalia. But, yeah, but we're not about to get back
And
into
the hair is,
but
the hair is just the outward part. He also kept apologizing. I'm sorry for this. I'm sorry for that.
I'm talking about that. I'm talking
Did
about
what he had
his
to say.
physical image he changed for no reason.
dude, Mike Vick wasn't
No,
like
the
apologizing back in the day.
Bro, I gotta agree with Smith. Look at what the man was when he was killing it. He was the cover of Madden 2004. This was a man who was a franchise player in the NFL. How can you tell him that his perception that he was at that time is not acceptable now in 2017?
So why did he change it?
He
Well,
didn't
we're not
change it.
talking-
He went to fucking jail.
He did change it. He said it.
He changed it. He said it. He said, I'm
He
going
said it.
through an image. I had to change my image. What he needs to do is cut his hair.
Yes.
So do you agree with the fact that Kaepernick needs to cut his hair?
No, I don't.
Okay, so why bring that point up?
But the point is that that's him, and he changed his image, and that's what we're talking about. Vic.
I'll ask one more time. Why bring that point up? The fact is, when Michael Vick was running the game, when he was the number 2 quarterback next to Donovan McNabb, was the second fastest quarterback in the league, and Michael Vick was the first. So when Michael Vick was running on these niggas, Michael Vick had the cornrows. Now he's telling somebody else how to cut their hair because they need to conform to what society wants them to be?
Bro.
And Kaepernick didn't even go to jail.
Exactly.
Exactly.
Exactly. No, exactly to me. Don't say exactly like we agree. Don't say exactly like we agree.
Exactly. I'm saying the reason why I'm saying exactly is because he didn't go to jail. Mike Vick went to jail. And
So
Mike
why
Vick
I
came
gotta
back and said,
conform
"Hey,
and,
hold
and
on,
I
wait a
didn't
minute,
do
wait a
what
minute."
you did?
So
If you wanna, he
now,
don't
other
have to
athletes
conform.
that kill people in
Levi, say what you got to say. Say it.
He don't have to conform. But if he wants to get another, have increase his odds of getting another shot at the NFL and getting some more paper, then he got to appeal to rich, white, conservative. That's who has the money.
I agree.
Unless the
So if
only
he
other
wants to
solution is
shine
to
more
Boris
shoes,
Watkins.
he needs to cut his hair. If he wants to shine more shoes, he got to cut his hair.
He asking them for money. They're not asking him.
Like
He
the
ain't
house
started.
nigga Michael
He
Vick
ain't.
turned.
No, that's why people were mad at Michael Vick too.
The only two
Because of that.
options: either you appeal to the people.
Levi, nobody interrupted you and you just stopped talking. just
No,
say,
I was
say
talking the whole time.
go ahead.
Yeah,
Say
you
what you
probably
were
cut
saying.
out. Dial up.
Did I cut out?
Yeah, you cut
Yeah,
out.
dial up.
Oh,
It
my bad.
sounded
No, I
like
was
you
talking
cut
the whole
yourself
time.
off. Like I was about to say something and I realized I was fucked up. And Lip and Smith was right. That's what it sounded like. Go ahead.
Whatever. No, I was. Either you got to appeal to the rich white people that's paying you your bread, or you got to start your own system like Boyce Watkins, or start your own NFL or basketball league like Ice Cube. If you're not starting, if you asking rich white conservative people to give you millions of dollars, then and they want you to conform to a certain image, then damn it, you got to conform for that image. I'm not saying that I agree with the image you have to conform to, but I ain't the one with the bread. I can't pay him a dime.
You get what we're saying. They liked you when you had the other image.
Exactly.
Right. But that was before the baggage came.
Exactly. He didn't have
What does
baggage back
that?
in the day.
What does that mean?
Okay,
He
so
had
now he's a dog. Now Vic pays he was
Now
a
he's
dog.
a felon.
He fought some dogs. Now he's a felon. So they like we got to put a felon back in the league. Well, if he a felon, he better be. You can't be a felon and have braids, and you can't do that. That ain't
All
gonna
you
happen.
said was braids. All you
can't
said
have
was
all the
braids.
stereotypes.
We talking about image. He said image, and that's how
They
people
have all
Right.
the
see them.
stereotypes.
So now he's going to be extremely apologetic. He's going to be clean cut. That's going to
He's
appeal
doing.
more. That's going to bring some people back
Hold
on
on one
his
second.
side. They're going to
Hold
be
on
like,
one second,
okay,
everybody.
he's
Everybody, hold
remorseful
on
and
one
that.
second. Hold on one second. Levi, I want to ask you this question. So
Yep.
you say that he has to be clean cut. Do you agree with the statement that Michael Vick made about Colin Kaepernick with the fact that he said he needs to be clean cut? Do you agree? Yes or no? Yes or no? Don't give me no background. Yes or
Wait a
no?
minute. No. I
Trying
can
to put
answer how.
the trick back.
No, I'm asking you yes or no right now. Just yes or no.
Not that black and white.
But
I understand.
okay,
But it's not
Jed,
a
I'm not asking you.
Exactly.
And Smith has got.
I understand.
I didn't
I
ask if you
understand
understand.
why
I'm
he said
asking
no.
you. Do you agree?
Should
Yes or
he have
no?
to? Are you
Why you gotta
saying
explain
should
your
he have to cut his
answer?
hair?
It's yes
Why
or no.
can't y'all answer a question? Does he
Because
have
it's
to?
not a straightforward answer. It's like, should you always cut your hair before you go to work? Is that a yes or no? That's not always. It depends on what corporate
the statement.
environment.
But that was the statement that was made towards Colin Kaepernick from Michael Vick. So
I understand where it's coming from Michael. Why Michael Vick would say it.
so my question is, do you
I
agree
don't
or
think
disagree?
he should have to, but I also think it wouldn't hurt us. I also think
Wow.
it might help him get a. It might play a part in helping him get a contract.
So you agree
with Michael Vick?
So you agree?
But like they said, fair is a place. Fair is what's fair and what's the way the world is.
Levi, you backsliding like Michael Jackson doing the moonwalk right now. Literally, you are trying to backslide out of this question. The question is,
It's just that he just.
go ahead, Jed.
It's more to it, man.
if you wanna-
It's not as simple as yes or no. Like it ain't
Why
like
is
yes,
it?
blue, yes or no.
Why
You know
isn't
what I'm
it?
saying? It's not that simple.
It's either you agree with it or you don't. It is that simple. Do you agree with Mike?
Okay. So personally, I don't think he should have to cut his hair, but I think it will help him get a contract.
Exactly.
Okay, so
but
let's-
then what is that? What
So
answer is that, though?
Jed, 1 second. So my question is, do you agree with the fact that Michael Vick said you should cut your hair to be more presentable as a prospect to the NFL as an athlete? Do you agree? Yes or no?
No.
Okay,
That's all I had to say.
that's all you had to say. So, Levi, do you agree? Yes or no?
No.
He still, he
Okay,
still would explain it to me.
right. I don't care about what you have to do because, but you shouldn't have to, but you got to do it because we got to shuck and jive for Massa and we got to soft shoe. We got to tell him it's all good, Massa.
Okay.
It's still
Wait,
good.
Do you wanna
wait,
get
but
into
you
that?
saying that,
That's another
but
conversation.
you asking Master for bread.
I'm not asking Massa for nothing. I'm asking you, should you cut your hair and your ass couldn't say yes or no?
You not asking us for anything. You playing football. You providing a service. They paying you for your service.
Exactly.
Yes, but at the same time, they paying you. They're paying
Okay,
you.
for your service.
For your
You're not
You're
going to
providing-
But if
another.
nobody want to see your service because you took a knee
Okay,
on the
if
flag,
nobody wants to see you, what's your alternative? To be a school teacher or something?
What? Wait. You
No,
jump
Or
from
to
let's
be
not
an
get
the
into that.
NFL
Please
to
don't.
be a school
Don't do that.
teacher. Like
Don't
that's,
do that.
Yeah,
Don't
that's
do that.
And I don't mean nothing against I mean,
No, I'm
to
not
be a
talking about
janitor,
you. I'm
what
talking
other
about Liv.
skills do you have?
the skills you have. You don't know what this man's skills are. All you know, he can run the ball up and down the court, or up and down the field, or up and down the baseball diamond. All we know is these are athletes. So with you
Right.
saying
You know
that,
his
so
skills.
hold on,
They're
so,
not
hold on,
Sport,
What are they going to do that's going to provide them millions of dollars?
bro. All I'm saying is you're telling me right now when I ask you, should he have to cut his hair, and you're saying, well, shit, I don't know. He gotta, I don't. Nah, fuck that. If he has to cut his hair, he has to cut his hair. If he don't, then he gonna stand tall, 10 toes. Like,
Okay, so can I get y'all
Period.
back on that
pick a
topic real quick?
side. That's all I'm saying is pick a side.
So,
It ain't
like,
no
going back,
gray
the point of me
area.
mentioning that was that
There
the point
is
of me
gray.
mentioning that.
There
Why
is
you
no
mention
gray
that?
area. Levi, stop saying there's gray area. There's no
So
gray
it
area.
is gray area in that.
No, it's
in that
not.
situation.
No, it's
Yes,
not.
it is.
How?
He talk about the whole topic, not his personal feeling on it. He talking about the topic in general.
Jed, you sound like you're yelling from the bottom of the Grand Canyon. Like, I'm trying to say that there is no way that you can tell me right now you can't pick a side. It's either the
I
nigga
said
got to
no.
cut his
I
hair,
said no,
or he can
but
stand
I get
tall
what
on
he's
his
doing.
own.
I get what he's saying though.
We know he got to do it, but you saying, do you agree with it?
Exactly.
It's that simple. You
Oh,
know,
no, I don't agree with it.
See, but
That's
Okay,
it.
so we on the same thing here.
we're on the same page.
Y'all
We know
killing
you
him
got
We
for
on
to
the
do
same
opposite, though.
page.
All we saying is, would you do it?
Exactly.
Oh, would I do it?
Oh,
No, not you, nigga. Like, would you expect him to do it? To play, does Colin Kaepernick need to cut off his afro, as Michael Vick said, to be more, I guess, presentable to another part of the league so he can get signed and get a contract playing for an NFL team? Yes or no? Yes or no?
Yes. Yes.
Then you a fucking simp.
why he's a simp?
Fuck out of here.
Because
So,
you say
if
that he
somebody
should
gonna
cut.
give me $2 million so I can cut my hair, I'm gonna say, no, I ain't gonna cut my hair. I do it for the culture.
Fine.
Fuck out of here. I'm taking my $2 million.
Exactly. You gonna sell your soul. Right. You gonna sell your soul.
Oh, I'm selling my soul. Yeah, my
Hold on,
hair
hold
is
on.
really related
So,
to
like,
my soul.
The reason why I brought that up,
You the same motherfucker that used to wear ones to the
Dog, why
workplace.
we gotta get personal, man?
But you I'm just saying.
Levi,
You the
why we gotta
same
get
hold
personal?
on, dog.
Levi,
And then you
Hold on.
stop.
somebody else
Stop.
for
Hey,
doing
yo,
the same
yo,
thing
yo.
on the escalator. Yo, so what type of contradictory shit is that?
Hey, fall back, both of y'all.
Nigga said,
You go your quarter,
that
Levi.
nigga said he
You go
gonna
your
be
Be
real,
real
you
though.
die.
Like, can we get back on the topic though?
yes,
like, 'cause,
go
like, the only
ahead,
reason-
go ahead,
The
Jay.
only reason why I brought that up was because he also flip flopped and said he apologized for that. So I'm wondering if that was I was wondering about when he got offered this job because he said that and then also apologized for it. And now hearing that he's getting backlash for it, is that also one of the reasons why he's getting backlash because he apologized for his comments about Kaepernick cutting his hair?
Yeah,
So that was the main point of me doing that.
he backtracked because he got the backlash. Vic don't want his image hurt in no way. He found out how much image affects bread. If he wants as much bread as possible, as much opportunity as possible. So he ain't gonna do nothing to jeopardize that. caping up for the cause at the cost of money is
I wonder
not
why.
smart.
I wonder why I wonder why that affected his bread if he told another black man you have to cut your hair to be presentable for the black. Oh, I'm sorry, for the shoe shine. You got to be presentable
he
for the
backtracked because the community looked at him.
The community, right? The community. The community.
Yeah, hold on, nigga. What you saying? Yo, you saying he should shuck and jive like you did?
No, I'm saying, well, fuck off for that.
That's why he apologized.
Yeah, and he got $100 million. Man, if somebody pay me somebody pay me $100 million.
No, say yes. What you gonna do for $100 million? Go ahead, tell us.
I do a lot of shit for $100 million. I don't give a fuck what y'all call me.
You gonna shine my shoes? You gonna shine my shoes?
Simp, hoe ass nigga. I don't give a fuck.
You gonna shine my shoes?
I got a family at home. I got a family to feed, and by goddamn it, somebody gonna pay me $100 million?
Okay, so for $100 million, you would sell your soul, right?
I'm not selling my soul.
Okay, you sell your manhood. I'm telling you if I tell you for $100 million right now, I want you to shine these shoes, nigga. You gonna shine these shoes?
Yes, I'm gonna get it shining. How well do you want them shine?
Wow.
How well do you want them shine, sir?
Wow.
Are you gonna pay me in cash or a check? Where's my contract?
I'm not gonna pay you at all. I'm gonna make you shine these shoes and I'm gonna run away.
You're not being fair,
No, I need a contract first. We're gonna sign this contract and then would you like to sign, sir?
Jay, go ahead.
You're not being fair, man. You're not being fair with that.
You know what? I'm gonna be honest. Go ahead, Jay. Go ahead.
You're not being fair with that because you know what I'm saying he's in a different mindset than a lot of people than you would be, or someone who is in a different time in life. So that's another thing too. But
right, Levi stuck in the 1940s. Right, Levi stuck in the 1940s.
Right. We talking about Levi.
We not talking about exactly.
We not talking about Jay. We talking about Colin Kaepernick situation. We ain't talking about y'all.
Right. Exactly.
We talking about Colin Kaepernick. So if cutting his hair, if he gets signed in 2 weeks after he cut his hair, then he got millions of dollars.
And then at that point, he could display his talents and grow his hair back or do whatever he could do technically.
Y'all sound crazy as fuck.
But
right now.
I don't agree with it. I don't agree with it. I don't think he should. He really didn't do anything to warrant him being boycotted from the NFL.
So why would you go? That's like going to jail for
something. Smith get him.
You gonna say I did it?
Okay, so
that's what he's doing. That's exactly what he's saying.
Doing what he's done so far has got him to where he's at. And I ain't saying that that's right. The system's fucked up, but we can't change the system.
He put himself in this position, so he opted out.
Well, wait a minute, man. But he opted out before he protested, though.
No, he didn't. He opted out after this season. This summer.
No, he opted out before he protested.
He opted out before he protested.
So he opted out before the season started in 2016.
He opted out like April or March 2016, and then he did the protest like September. So he knowing that, like nigga, your bread is coming to the end at the end of the season, and then you still gonna protest, and now you ain't got no job. Now you broke.
Well, he ain't broke, but
he ain't, or we hope not. But
he not broke.
At 29, what the
he not broke.
He had like 40 million. He had like 40 million guaranteed. So
okay, so
he making
if you good with the 40, okay, take your money and run and go fight your causes. But if you want to,
he's not conforming because he said I'm good. It ain't about the money to him.
Exactly.
Because he wouldn't have opted out. He wouldn't have opted out in the first place if it was about money.
No, he did opt out because it was about the money. At the time, he was thinking he would get more on the open market because he was going to get 15 million.
No, so that's speculation. That's speculation. He did not think he would get.
No. Yes, he would because all right, look at the money quarterbacks getting paid. Kirk Cousins, dumbass, is getting $28 million.
He's balling
right.
Well, he ain't no dumbass. He averaged 3.9. So,
but no, but Kirk Cousins. I mean, but he ain't. Colin Kaepernick is probably a better quarterback than him. Or at least around in the same era.
I agree.
Same range. So if he's getting 28 million, and that's what, and average quarterbacks are getting 20 to 25 million, and you gonna pay me 15, I'm gonna opt out and go for my 20. Now he had to take that. What he failed to do was, at the time, I'm sure he didn't know that he would protest when he did that. So you gotta, when you thinking about doing these protests, you gotta think about how that's going to affect your bread.
Well, not to,
but you got to take that.
I don't
away
think he has an issue.
I
I think he's ready and he accepted that he was going to get that backlash. So I don't know if it's necessarily about even bread anymore. I'm pretty sure he's fine there, but and that's one thing that's why another reason why I kind of like really respect the guy, because I mean when you take this type of stance, you're putting your bread online, you're putting all this online because
putting your livelihood on the line.
Exactly, and I'm pretty sure he's smart enough, because I feel like he's smart enough to know that
if you notice,
he's prepared for it. I'm pretty sure he's prepared for it. You know what I'm saying?
If you notice, nobody interviewed him yet. He only goes up, for the media interviews after like the team press conference. He ain't been up to ESPN yet like they usually do. They usually interview people. They ain't, because ESPN don't want that backlash. He ain't been on Fox Sports. He ain't been on NFL Network. He ain't been on nothing.
I think that's by his own accord, because I think if they had him on, that would be a ratings boost for anybody, because people will watch. So I think they would want him on, and he just chose not to be.
Wow. With that being said, you know what? This is Thinking Out Loud. I got my boy C. Smith. C. Smith, what's good?
What up, though?
I got my boy Levi. Levi, what's good?
What's good?
And of course, I got Jed in the building. What's happening, baby?
You know what it is.
This is Thinking Out Loud, and we out.
This episode of Thinking Out Loud was executive produced by J. Liv. Music provided by Daisy Smith. Artwork and logo provided by Rob D. And sponsored by you, the people. We thank you for listening.